right? Assume this is one network. अभी diagram डालने का time नहीं है यार इसलिए, right? So this is one network, right? As per my knowledge, so everything we are getting from internet, right? So it's very easy to teach. So this is one network, guys. This is hub. We connected few machines with the help of this hub. This is total one network. This is physical network. Then we need to assign logical network. Then which class IP address we need to assign for this? We should know now. Class C is a preferable, that is the right answer. Class C is a preferable right answer. But why class C is a preferable? Most of the people, they don't know. 3 network, 1 host. Very good. And then how you are going to define? First, as a network engineer, we should know with the help of class A, how many networks we can deploy like this. This is one network, it having 5 machines. Got it, guys? Like this, how many networks we can deploy? In each network, how many hosts, how many missions we can connect maximum? If you know that, then you are going to become network pro. That's it, now, guys. According to that only, we are going to deploy the network into our organization. In class A, with the help of class A, how many networks we can deploy? In each network, how many hosts we can connect? How we are going to know now, we are going to discuss. Guys, we'll have few small formulas. With the help of those formulas, we are going to get the network and host counts. Clear, guys? Coming to class A, how many network bits will have? 8. One network octet, right? See, one network octet only, na? 8 bits. Can we write n is equal to 8? We need few values. Then we are going to substitute those values into the formula. Got it, guys? And then coming to how many hosts we'll have? 3 hosts, right? 3 HR. Can we write h is equal to 24? How many priority bits will have? 0. 0 means 1 bit, right? P means priority bit, 1 bit. We need those values, right? Now, how many networks we can deploy with the help of class A? Now we are going to understand. Guys, this is a formula. 2 to the power of n minus p. It's very easy formula. It's not a big deal. 2 to the power of n minus p is a formula. Okay. Here in class A, I'm trying to providing minus 2. This minus 2, it's not applicable for class B and class C. Actually, formula is only 2 to the power of n minus p. Only minus 2 for whom? Class A. Why minus 2? I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'll explain. Okay. Right. So now minus 2 means we are avoiding 2 networks from class A. Guys, 0.0.0.0 is a one network, right? Class A will start from 0, right? 4 octets will have, right? 4 octets, it will become 000 only, na? Who's going to use this network into real time? Tell me. 0.0.0.0 network, no one they are going to use. This is unknown network. I hope you got it. Are you going to assign the IP address 0.0.0.1 like that? No, right? You are going to assign 10.0.0 like that only. 00 like that, we are not going to assign the IP address. 0.0.0.1 and 2 like that, no one they are going to assign. That is unknown network. One network we are not using, right? And last IP, last network 127, na? 0 to 127. 127.0.0.0 is a loopback network. What is that? Loopback network. It's a very, very important interview point of question. What is loopback IP address? And it's a loopback network. What is a loopback IP address? What is the use of loopback IP address? So this is a loopback IP address 127.0.0.1, 0.0.2, 0.0.3. Like this, how many? 255. I hope you got it, guys. I hope you're clear. So this is loopback IP address. Loopback IP address also we are not going to assign for hosts. Why loopback IP address? To check the incoming and outgoing traffic. Simple. To check the NIC card. So what is the use of loopback IP address? This is a very, very interview point of question, guys. Important point, interview point of question. Got it, guys? So what is a loopback IP address? 127.0.0.1. What is the use of this loopback IP address? To check the NIC card. Yesterday we discussed about NIC card, day before yesterday I think so. Network interface card. You are trying to sending the data, you are unable to send. Someone they are sending the data to you, you are unable to receive. Then first what we need to do, we need to check our NIC card whether it is working properly or not. How we are going to check? With the help of this command. Ping space 127.0.0.1. If you're getting the reply from this IP address, means your NIC card it's working properly. Then you can send and you can receive the data. Inbound and outbound traffic, it will happen. If your NIC card if it's working properly, right? If you're not getting the reply, then there is a problem with the NIC card. You need to replace with another NIC card. So that's why 0, 127 we are not going to use to deploy the network into our organization. So that's why we are doing -2. Two networks, na? We need to avoid two networks, right? So 0, 127, right? So now we are deploying those values into this formula. 2 to the power of n value how much? 8. P value how much? 1. So 2 to the power of 8 minus 1 minus 2. 2 to the power of 7 minus 2. 128 minus 2. How much? 126 networks we can deploy like this with the help of class A. Logical networks. This is physical network. Without logical network, there is no use. Like this, how many networks we can? 126 network we can deploy. In each network, how many hosts we are going to connect? So now host formula. 2 to the power of h minus 2. What is this minus 2? One is network ID, another one is broadcast ID. Let's see guys here. What is class A IP address? 10.0.0.0, right? That's what now we discussed before. Yes, no? So 10.0.0.0, right? 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this 254 and then 10.255 to 255, right? Guys, what is network ID? To identify the network, we are going to use network ID. For example, you need to identify the Linux classroom. You are going to identify 502 classroom. Without knowing 502 classroom number, you are unable to identify the Linux class, right? Like the same way to identify the network, we are going to use network ID. Okay, got it guys? For example, network ID is our admin. Just now we got a one guy, right? So they like arrange the laptop for me. Satish's name, right? So that guy is a admin, right? Network ID. He is going to guide you where the Imran sir class is conducting like that, right? So this is network ID. I am a broadcast ID. Imran sir is a broadcast ID. I am trying to teaching Linux session. I am broadcasting. आपको भी पढ़ा रहा हूँ, खुद सुन रहा हूँ. I hope you got it, guys. Clear, guys? Assume this classroom is our network, right? This classroom having one network ID like admin, so and broadcast ID like me, and remaining IP address for you. You people are valid IP addresses. Got it, guys? So if you doesn't have one chair for Satish, one chair for me, remaining chairs for you. Always one chair for admin, one chair for faculty, remaining chairs for you. Like the same way, so this is network ID. We are not going to assign the network ID for host. You people are host. I'm not host. I'm a broadcast ID. वो क्या कर रहा है? Admin है. So got it, guys? So network ID. So with the help of network ID, we are going to identify the network. So broadcast ID, it will do the broadcasting into our network. This is one network total, right? So 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, like this, how many valid addresses will have? 10.0.0.254 means this classroom capacity is a 0 to 255, right? So 0 to 255 chairs will have, right? 0 chair for admin, 255 chair for me, and remaining in between will have na those all the chairs for you. How many chairs will have? 254 chairs will have, 254 chairs will have, valid chairs. So those all valid chairs for students. I hope you got it now. Only valid IP addresses we are going to assign for host. We are not going to assign the network ID. We are not going to assign the broadcast ID. So that's fine. We'll have -2 here. I hope you got it, guys. So now 2 to the power of h is a formula. H value 24. 2 to the power of 24 minus 2. How much? More than 1 billion. -2. Those many hosts we can connect into each network. Host by network means. Who's going to connect those many hosts into one network? Tell me. More than 1 billion hosts you are going to connect into the one network, guys. Yes, no?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it has been saved.
So please, guys, please listen the session carefully. I am giving very simple examples. Even though if you are unable to understand, I am unable to
So when
do anything.
changes have been done, Unity
Clear now?
upload, or else it is done with this.
Which one, ma'am?
It's fine, no worries.
Host
If
or
it is
networks?
done with a different version of the workflow,
Host or networks? This -2. This -2 is a network ID and broadcast ID. What is network ID?
Yes.
If you go to class A IP address, class A range, it will start from 10, right? So 10.0.0.0. This is a network ID. How you are going to get the network ID in the sense? All the host bits, if it is become 0, that is network ID. All the host bits, if it is become once means 255, right? That is broadcast ID. So network ID, we are not going to assign for host, and broadcast ID, we are not going to assign for host. Means this is one host, right? We are not going to assign the network ID and broadcast ID for those hosts. Which one we are going to assign? Only valid IP addresses. Network ID, like our admin. So what is the use of network ID? To identify the network. To identify the Linux classroom, you are going to communicate with admin, right? So he is going to guide you. So and so class, it is going to conduct in so and so classroom, like that, right? Like that network ID. And broadcast ID. I'm a broadcast ID. I'm teaching. I'm doing broadcasting. So what I'm trying to teaching, everybody they can listen. So all the host bits, if it is become once, that is broadcast ID. And network ID and broadcast ID, those both IDs we are not going to assign for missions. Only valid IP addresses we are going to assign. 1 to 254. Got it now? Aisha. So clear, guys? Yes, no? Right, what about another guy? So before one more guy, he asked to me, what is -2? Who's that guy? Vishaka. I hope you're clear, ma. Okay, right. So now, network ID and broadcast ID, we are not going to assign for host. Network ID and broadcast ID, we are not going to assign for host. How you are going to get the network ID? All the host bits should become 0, that is network ID. All the host bits, if it is become once means 255. 8 once means 255. That is broadcast ID. Those both we need to avoid. Both means 2, right? So that's why we are doing -1, -2 here. One is network ID, another one is broadcast ID. Then you can substitute the values. 2 to the power of 24 H value and -2. More than 1 billion IP addresses will have. Who's going to use 1 billion IP addresses network? Tell me. Even if you're using this network, what will happen in the sense? The broadcast rate is going to more. Right? The more broadcasting it will happen. Yes, no. So more broadcasting, if it is happen, means what will happen? So we are unable to transfer the data quickly. Sometimes the network it is going to become down. So that's why class A it's not a preferable. Simple, ma. In our class, if we having like limited strength, I can teach. If we having more than 1 CR people into our classroom, can I manage? Is it possible? Like the same way. Got it now, Vishaka? Right, okay. So like the same way, class B. Like the same way, class B. So how many networks will have? 2 networks. 2 networks means how many bits? 16. 8 plus 8. So how many hosts will have? 2 hosts. 8 plus 8, 16. How many priority bits will have? 1 0, right? Priority bit. 2. Can we write 2 bits? 1 0. 1 is 1 bit, 0 is another bit. 2 bits. Same formula, but we should not provide minus 2 here because class bit will start from 128 now. It doesn't have 0, 127. So that's why no need to bother about minus 2 here. Class B range, it will start from 128, right? We have 0, 127, so that's why we are providing minus 2. 0 is an unknown network, 127 is a loopback network. Those both we are not going to use, so that's why we provided minus 2 here in class A. But coming to class B, there is no unknown network, there is no loopback IP address, right? So that's why no need to provide minus 2. Just substitute the values, that's it. So now 2 to the power of 16, right? And then minus 2. And the class is used practically. If you're having like more networks, for example, you need to deploy 2000 missions into one network, then at the time we are going to use class A. Got it? But preferable is small networks is a preferable. Large network, it's not preferable. Small networks is a preferable, right? Who's going to connect more than 2000 missions into one network? No one. It's practically, it's not worthable, right? Coming to class B. Okay. So one network, sorry, two networks, two hosts, 16, 16, right? So 2 to the power of n minus p, 16 minus 2, how much? 16,384. Networks we can deploy with the help of class B. Like this network, how many deploy? 16,338. Okay, in each network, how many hosts we are going to connect? Host formula, same, 2 to the power of h minus 2. So network ID and broadcast ID. So class B network, 172, right? 172.16.0.0. This is a network ID. All the host bits, if it is become 0, that is network ID. All the host bits, if it is becomes 1, that is broadcast ID. In between, we'll have valid IP addresses. How many? 1 to 254. 0 to 255, na? In that minus 2 we should do 0 and 255. The remaining will have 1 to 254. Right? So now 2 to the power of 16 minus 2. How many hosts we can connect into each network? 65,534. Guys, please focus. Right. So if you focus, it's very easy. Right. So let's see, guys, here. So now we are substituting those formulas and then values into those formulas. How many networks will have? 16,384 networks we can deploy with the help of class B. How many hosts in each network? 65,534 networks we can connect into each network. So for example, this is one network, right? In this network, how many hosts we can connect? We have 5, right? Maximum how many? 65,534. That is host by network. Like the same way, class C. How many networks? 3 networks, right? 3 8 are 24. How many hosts? 1 host, 8 bits. Then priority bit 110, 3 bits. Same formula, 2 to the power of n minus p. So we are substituting those values. 2 to the power of 24 minus 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 21. How many? 2 lakhs networks we can deploy with the help of 20 lakhs, right? Okay. So 20 lakhs, 2 lakhs both come here. Okay. So I hope you got it right. So we can deploy more than 20 lakhs, right? Networks like this networks we can deploy 20 lakhs more than. And then how many hosts we can connect? What is the host formula? 2 to the power of h minus 2. So one is network ID, another one is broadcast ID. Same 192.168.0.0 network ID. 255 255. This is broadcast ID. This is network ID and this is broadcast ID, right? In between, we'll have 1 to 254 valid IP addresses, right? So now minus 2, 2 to the power of 8 minus 2, how many hosts we can connect? 254 is a preferable. So that's why class C is a preferable network to deploy the network into our organization. Abhi samajh gaya? You people, you are going to search into the Google, class C is a preferable like that, right? Why class C is a preferable? Many networks we can create with less host. So no one they are going to add the more than 200 IP address into the one network. Remember, they will create small network. It's very secure. If you try to deploy 2000 machines into one network, the broadcast it is going to become more. While you are trying to sending the data from one mission to another mission, the data traveling speed it will become slow because every time it happening broadcast, right? So if you having less host, what will happen? Quickly we can send the data, and then small network if you're creating, it's very secure, right? I hope you got it now, right? So clear, guys? This is all about IPv4. Now we are discussing about subnetting concept along with the CIDRs also. CIDRs slash will have na slash 16. You people you are saying VPC slash 16 subnet slash 24. वो ऐसा मत बोलो यार बाहर जाके, right? Don't say like that. Okay, that is not a right answer. Clear, guys? So now we are going to discuss about subnetting. Please focus. Aisha and then Vishaka, you both the people, don't sleep. Okay. So I understand. So this is not a right time, 4 to 5:30. So after having the lunch, we need to attend the session means always not sleeping, Aisha. Right. Okay. So just I'm giving like fixed length subnet mask, fixed length subnet mask, FLSM, fixed length subnet mask, and one more VLSM, variable length subnet mask. How many types of subnettings will have? Two types of subnettings will have, guys. So how many types of subnettings will have? Two types of subnetting will have. One is FLSM, another one is VLSM. FLSM stands for fixed length subnet mask, variable length subnet mask. VLSM stands for. Now first we are going to discuss about FLSM, then we are going to discuss about VLSM, right? So fixed length subnet mask. Assume that we have an organization called HCL. This is one organizational unit, OU. Got it, guys? This is one branch, right? So assume this HCL people that try to starting one new branch in Madhapur. Okay. आप लोग बहुत डल है यार, सच में. You are very, you doesn't have the like good knowledge in networking. I understand because while I'm trying to teaching at the time, you people you are unable to understand. Really, this is not good for your career. Please listen. इसीलिए थोड़ा ज़्यादा पढ़ा दिया, आप लोगों को confusion हो रहा है. इसीलिए I'm using like small examples. Even I'm teaching my own formula also. It's very easy. No need to bother about official formula. It's very easy, right? So if you doesn't have this much of knowledge into networking, you are unable to survive into the real-time environment. Okay? I'm coming. What is subnetting? I'm coming. Okay? So coming to subnetting, so we have two types. One is FLSM, another one is VLSM. So now we are discussing about FLSM. For example, we have one organization called HCL. Assume that they try to starting one new branch somewhere in Madhapur. We got a project. Okay, we got a project. We need to deploy the network into that particular Madhapur branch. Okay, how many departments will have? Two departments. One is IT department, another one is BPO. Got it, guys? So clear. One is IT department, another one is BPO. So in IT we have 100 people. 100 people they are working as IT engineers. 100 members they are working as a BPO associates. Got it, guys? BPO stands for business process outsourcing. IT means already you know. Don't ask, please. What is IT? Okay. So got it, guys. So IT having 100 people and BPO having 100 people. Now we need to deploy the network for both the department. That to secure network. Which class IP address is preferable? Class C. As of now, we discuss. As of now, we discuss class C is preferable because we'll have more networks and less host into the networks. Maximum 254 hosts we can connect into the each network. Right, guys? Yes, no? Right. Class C is preferable. This is class C network. Class C will start from 192.168.1.0. All the host bits, if it is become 0, that is network ID to identify the network. All the host bits, if it is becomes ones means 255. 8 ones means 255. That is broadcast ID. Network ID and broadcast ID we are not going to assign for host. Now we are not going to assign for host. Which one we are going to assign? Valid IP addresses. 192.160.1.1, 192.160.1.2, 192.160.1.3, 192.160.1.4, like that. 192.161.254. 1 to 254 valid IP addresses will have. Okay. So now we are going to assign this valid IP addresses for IT department. Right, guys? So how many valid IP addresses will have? 1 to 254. Means more than 200 IP addresses will have. Yes, no? Right? So 1 to 100 for IT, 101 to 200 for BPO. The problem it got resolved, right? What is the subnet mask for this one? Compound wall. 255.255.255.0. This is a compound wall, right? This outline. This outline is 255, 255, 255, 0. It's a compound wall. Subnet mask, right? Means 1 to 254, they have the communication. Means IT department, it can communicate with BPO, and BPO people also they can communicate with IT, right? This is good deployment. काम धाम छोड़ के दोनों बात करते बैठेंगे, right? Yes, no? For example, assume this our classroom is 192.160.1.0. One is network ID admin, I'm a broadcast ID. So in between how many chairs will have? One chair for admin, one chair for me, and remaining chairs 254 chairs for 254 students. Yes, no? Right? In the same classroom, we are conducting two different classes. Right? Right side Linux, left side AWS. 100 people that are attending Linux class. 100 people that are attending AWS class into the same classroom. Because same compound wall, right? Yes, no? So now two different faculty that try to teaching, then what will happen? You'll have the communication, right? Linux people, they can communicate with the AWS people. AWS people, they can communicate with Linux people because we are into same classroom. Guys, this is a good deployment. I hope you got it now. So now we need to avoid the communication between those both the departments, right? Yes, no? So we need to avoid the communication between those both the department. How you are going to avoid the communication between those both the departments? IT it should not communicate with BPO. BPO should not communicate with IT. Then how to avoid? Yes, guys. Yes. Simple. Okay, I'm going to occupy this classroom for Linux. AWS लोगों को दूसरा classroom दे दूंगा. उतना ही है ना? We have the possibilities, right? This classroom I am going to occupy, and then AWS people they are going to get the classroom. So some different classroom they are going to get. Two different classroom, two different sessions. So now, can we use one more network? Yes, guys. Can we use one more network for BPO? What is EFS, ma? EFS is a different. Rajesh, elastic file system is a different, networking is a different, ma. మీకు ఏం చెప్పాలో నాకు అర్థం కావట్లా. आप लोगों को क्या पढ़ाने वाले समझ में भाई अभी नेटवर्किंग के बारे में बोलते यू आर सेइंग EFS नेटवर्क 0 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this, 255. How many? 0 to 255. 0 to 255 is an ample range. Got it, guys? This is pie chart, right? So it's looking like as an apple. This apple is a 0 to 255 combinations will have. The total apple size is 0 to 255, right? Okay. Now, assume that after completing this session 4 to 5:30, again I have another session 6 to 7:30. In between I have half an hour gap, right? So I'm very hungry, so that's why I have apple along with me to my. Then what I should do? So I have only one apple. I doesn't have another apple, guys. I have only one apple. While I tried to having the apple, this girl, she came to me and then she's asking one question. Got it, guys? Yes, no. I'm not going to read anything, ma. Listen, what I'm trying to teaching. मैं कौन सा भी मैसेज रीड करने के लिए रेडी नहीं हूँ अभी. So समझ रहे हैं? So please don't disturb. Listen first, right? So she came to me. She's asking one question. So what I'm doing? What I need to do now? I'm having apple, na. I need to hide the apple. I need to share the apple. Don't hide the apple. It's not a good manner, okay? Yes, no. I should not hide the apple, right? So I need to share the apple. I have only one apple, right? Then how we are going to share this apple? We need to cut the apple into the two pieces, right? We need to cut the apple into the two pieces. How you are going to cut the apple into the two pieces? Not wife, knife. Ah. So తొందరగా చేసుకుంటాను. Okay. Both are same almost, right? Both are same only, na, knife and wife, right? Knife అన్నారా, నాకు wife లాగా అనిపించింది. Right? So got it, guys. We require one tool called knife. We require one tool called knife with the help of this tool. Almost same both. Knife, wife, both are same only. So wife, they are going to cut the family. Knife, it is going to cut the apple. That's it. Apart from that, there is no difference. Yes, no? Right. So knife is a tool we require, right? We are going to cut the apple with the help of one tool called knife. We require knife now, not wife, okay? We require knife. So this is apple. We need to cut this apple into the two pieces, okay? I think Isha only, na? So Isha, she came to me and then she's asking one question. I need to share the apple to Isha. Got it, guys? So now what I'm doing, I need to cut this apple. I got a knife from my bag and then I'm going to having the communication. Now we need to avoid the communication, right? We need to cut this apple into the two pieces, right? So 255, 255, 255, 0. Can we write this value into binary? Always. We got this value from binary itself only, na? So now we are trying to writing into binary. So 255 means 8 ones. 255, 8 ones. 255, 8 ones. And 8 zeros. बड़ा है बोल के वो size define करेगा. 0 to 255 combinations will have in our apple, right? Yes, no? Clear, guys? So, clear? So that 0 to 255, it will define. This is customized subnet mask. It will act like as a knife. We are dividing one apple into the two pieces with the help of knife. This subnet mask, it will act like as a knife. It will avoid the communication between those both the parts. Clear now? What is subnetting? We are converting host bit into network bit. So we require knife, means customized subnet mask. Knife is a customized subnet mask. So with the help of this customized subnet mask, we are dividing one network into two networks. Clear, guys? So can we write like this? 255.255.255.128. So can we write the CIDR like this? Guys, in real-time environment, people, they are going to define the network size with the help of CIDR. They are not going to provide the subnet mask, remember. They will provide the IP address 192.160.1.11 by 27. So you need to understand 27 means how many hosts we can connect into this network. So 25 means how many hosts? 25 how you got? Total 25 network bits right now. 24 plus 1 to you people. It's a bit difficult to crack the interview. Yes, no. If you need to launch the instance without VPC, can we launch the instance? It's possible. If you don't know how to create the VPC with the help of what kind of network we need to use, if you don't know those all kind of stuff, how you are going to survive into the AWS in DevOps? Tell me. It's a waste of time only, na? Huh? Right. So VLSM, 5 minutes, 15 minutes only because you're disturbed in between machines. So that's why I'm going to take a 15 minutes time. So if you okay, if you know about VPC, about AWS, I'll teach you. Otherwise, I'll stop. आपकी मर्जी है. Additional information. Let's see here. HR 20, account 50, IT 100. So like this network, same Apple formula. Same Apple formula. See guys. What is the subnet mask for this one? Yes guys. What is the subnet mask for this one? 255.255.255.0. This is a default subnet mask. Already we know that. So same class C IP address 192.162.1.0, right? Subnet mask 255.255.255.0, right? So what is subnetting? We are converting host bit into network bit. So we are writing that subnet mask into binary. 8 ones dot 8 ones dot 8 ones dot 8 zeros. 255.255.255.0. Got it, guys? So clear? Yes, no? Right. So now we are converting first host bit into network bit. Already we know that. Total 0 to 255 we are dividing into the two parts. So this part having 128 minus 2, 126. 126. 126 is the nearest value for whom? IT. Now this half apple we are going to assign minus to 126. This is a we are going to assign for IT department 192.168.1.0 to 192.168.1.127. This is network ID and it's a broadcast ID. We are not going to use in between. We have 126 valid IP addresses, 126 valid IP addresses we are going to assign for IT. Got it, guys? Right. As of now, we know that. Before we did. Remaining half apple I have. Remaining half apple I have. While I'm trying to having this half apple, Deepak he came to me after completing the session. Right. While I'm trying to having the half apple, Deepak he came to me and then he's asking one question. Then what I need to do now? Again, I need to cut this half apple into the two pieces. Each piece is a quarter. Don't say, I think it's not good word. So I hope you're clear, guys. Okay. So we are dividing this half apple into the two pieces again. Right. So this is total how many combinations? 128. 128 divided by 2. 64. 64 minus 2, right? How many valid addresses? 62. 62 is the nearest value for 50, right? Got it now. So this 62 is the nearest value for 50. If you're dividing 64 into 2 means what will happen? 32. 32 it's not a nearest value for 50, right? Not suitable. So that's why 62 is the nearest value for 50, right? So now second host bit we are converting into network bit. Can we write like this? 2 to the power of 7, 2 to the power of 6. 128 plus 64, how much? Can we write the cider like this? Slash 26. Total 26 networks. 26 means how many combinations? 64 minus 2. Simple. हाफ एप्पल को दो पीसेस कर रहे हैं ना. हाफ एप्पल का साइज कितना है? 128. 128 को डिवाइडेड बाय 2 करने से क्या होता है? 64 होता है. So if we having slash 26 means we'll have 64 combinations into one network. This is called network sizing, subnet sizing. This is a very, very important for VPCs. Clear, guys? Right. So now this is our knife for whom? Account department. This knife for whom? IT department. And I hope you got it. This is 128. Network ID 192.168.128, 192.168.1.191. This is broadcast ID. In between, how many valid IP addresses will have? Guys online, can you hear me? Am I audible? 62. 62 is the nearest value for account. Now this network we are going to assign for account department. So now IT department it's unable to communicate with account department they're unable to communicate with IT department. And then we have HR, right? Remaining I'll have one small piece, man. Half apple. I got the half apple. I have given the like small piece to the Deepak. Another small piece I have. While I'm trying to having the small piece, this girl she came to me. Right guys? And then she's asking one more question. Then what I should do? I have very small piece, right? Even though what I need to do, I need to get this apple and I need to share. छोटा एक bit खा लो बोल के दे दूंगा, right? 64 divided by 2, right? I have this piece, right? So 64 divided by 2, how much? 32 minus 2. 30 is the nearest value for 20, right? 30 is a nearest value for 20, right? Then if you're dividing 32 into the two pieces again, what will happen? 32 minus 32 divided by 2, how much? 16. It's not suitable, right? So that's why 32 is a suitable for HR. So third host bit we need to convert into network bit. Then 128 plus 64 and got it now. 2 to the power of 7 this one. This one 2 to the power of 6. This one 2 to the power of 5. 128 plus 64 plus 32 how much? 224. Can we write the subnet like this? Subnet mask 255.255.255.224. And can we write the CIDR like this? /27. /27 means how many? 32 minus 2. One is network ID, another one is broadcast ID. Total 30 valid addresses. Range, we end with 191. Always we are going to start from 192. 192.168.1.192. 192.168.1.223. This is network ID and it's a broadcast ID. In between, how many valid addresses will have? 30. 30 valid addresses we are going to assign for HR and we are going to assign the CIDR for them. Otherwise, this subnet mask, customized subnet mask. I hope you're clear, guys. I have completed subnetting, but if you need about AWS VPCs, then I'll teach. Otherwise, I'm going to stop. What about online? ये सब कुछ पता नहीं है and VPC how you are deploying I'm unable to understand.